Hi, my name is Katharine Isserlis, and I own Well-Fed Farms with my husband Erik, and this is Irene, our cow. Say hi, Irene. And we are in Bow, Washington. Is that everything?
So tell me about Irene.
Irene is our 16-month-old Jersey heifer. She's pregnant right now. She's a few weeks pregnant, we think, we hope. And she is going to be our milk cow next March when she starts giving milk, and we'll use her milk to make cheese and butter and sour cream and all those wonderful dairy products that we love. And Irene is incredibly friendly when she wants to be, but I guess right now she wants to be over there. So say hi to the camera, Irene.
Hi, Irene.
Or not.
So how long are cows pregnant for?
9 months, same as humans. Yeah. So she will calve in March, we hope.
And she'll have one baby?
Cows can have 2 babies. It's not very common. More than likely she'll just have 1 baby. Yeah, 1 calf.
And she's really friendly.
She's very friendly.
And she likes to do things on her terms.
Yes, she does. She does like to do things on her terms. Jerseys are very sweet, but they also have a little bit of attitude. So we like that because she's also very smart. She likes to lick everything and eat everybody's hats. Isn't that right? Yeah, you are very nice.
That is right.
Okay, don't shock yourself, baby.
So at Well-Fed Farms, you are mostly a meat farm.
Mostly a meat farm, yeah. Right now, our main product that we produce is pastured meat chickens, organically fed pastured meat chickens. We use the chicken tractor model, where we have the chickens in open bottom coops that we move every day, so they're always on fresh pasture. And we're also, no thank you. Whoa, whoa. Let's back it up, sweet girl. Is that electricity not on? Thanks. They are in open bottom coops that we move every day to new pasture, and we also feed them an organic feed supplement, or an organic feed mix that we supplement with kelp meal and probiotics, and then we butcher them here on the farm and sell them fresh to all of our wonderful customers.
So it looks like Erik built all of these chicken coops.
Erik built all these chicken coops. We had to build 19 this year. We had 1 left over from last year. So he custom built all these coops to our specifications. They're 8 by 8, and we keep about 25 chickens in each of them. We've got these bell waters that are gravity fed through 5-gallon buckets that we fill with water every day. This aluminum siding that was actually reclaimed. We got it from the Skagit salvage place up in Mount Vernon, and gives the birds the option of getting under shade or under cover from rain or sun if they want, and then it's nice and open, so there's plenty of ventilation, and the ground is open. Like you said, we move them every day, so they're always on fresh pasture. And these were full of birds, but those birds are now in the refrigerator and on people's dinner plates.
And you process every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, yeah, from May 25th to August 3rd. This year, at least, the dates obviously change a little bit every year, but we process every week during the summer, and then we finish off the beginning of August, because then we move on to some other projects like meat rabbits and focusing on our pigs a little more. So these are the birds here, and they also lead a pretty good life. They just get to kind of hang out and relax and eat, and we move, like I said, we move these birds every day. We lift them up. There's a little dolly we slide under the back, drag them along with a hand truck, and the birds run forward to the new pasture because they love this nice green pasture, and keeps the ground clean, keeps the birds clean, and gives them access to lots of really good greens, which is good for their health and also really good for their flavor.
So each of the chickens that you have here are on your farm for how long before they're processed?
About 9 weeks. So, yeah, in a more industrial model, they'd be raising them for about 6 weeks, but we go about 9. We do kind of a low and slow thing. We keep them on a relatively low protein feed so they don't grow as quickly, but they're much healthier while they're alive, and they have more time to develop some really nice chickeny flavor. That's a comment we get from our customers a lot, is that they taste more chickeny. So maybe that's one of the reasons. And we've got them grouped by age, so these birds are all a week apart, and we separate them so we know how old they are, and we have a system where they start out on the edges and we slowly move them in and over that way because we do the processing over there. So the older they get, the closer they get to their little death row.
How much do your chickens weigh on average?
About 4.5 to 5.5 pounds. We have some outliers. You know, sometimes we have 3-pound chickens and sometimes we have 7-pound chickens. But yeah, about 4.5 to 5.5 pounds.
Okay, and you sell them for $5 a pound?
$5 a pound, yeah, and they are totally dressed, hearts, livers, necks included, and we wrap them in just a kind of a plain plastic bag and then in a moisture-resistant freezer paper, so they're all ready to go in the freezer.
Okay, so about $15, $20 a bird?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd say 15 to 25 a bird.
15 to 25 a bird. And you're raising chickens spring and summer, and then you're raising meat rabbits?
Meat rabbits,
autumn
yeah.
and winter.
Autumn and winter, yeah, the early part of winter. Yeah, so we won't do quite as many meat rabbits, but we'll have a good little batch going. So.
And so this year you did 1,000 chickens.
Did 1,000 chickens, yeah.
And about how many rabbits do you think you'll do?
Probably a couple hundred. Yeah, not a huge amount, but enough. The demand for rabbit right now is not quite as huge, and it is a little more work to raise them, so just a little smaller batch for this year at least.
So you have, and you sell eggs?
We sell eggs, yeah. We sell our eggs from the hens you saw wandering around. We sell them for $5 a dozen.
How you learned to butcher chickens, and the story sounds like it's hysterical,
Yeah,
and I want everyone to hear it.
It's pretty good. So we had I don't know, 3-4 years ago, we had a neighbor who had this rooster he didn't want anymore, and he didn't know, what to do with it. And I said, well, I could figure this out. I could butcher a chicken. Give it to me. So we took it, and I printed this pamphlet off the internet. Everything is on Google. So I just Googled how to butcher a chicken, and I printed this pamphlet off the internet, and I took this rooster and dispatched him according to the instructions on the pamphlet, and basically just had my little piece of paper and my rooster, sitting on a newspaper in front of me, and the piece of paper said cut here, so I cut there, and I still have the pamphlet, and it's covered in blood, and I keep it just as kind of a memory of the old days. And then after now butchering thousands of chickens, it's I've got it down pretty good, but I basically just taught myself.
Wow. So how many chickens do you think you butcher each Wednesday?
About 100.
How long does that take?
It takes us about 3-4 hours to do the actual butchering, and then about another hour to get everything cleaned up, get all the equipment cleaned up, and then another 2-3 hours to do all the bagging and sanitizing before we put everything away. So it's a pretty full day. It depends how much help we have too. Some days we have a few friends that can come help, and some weeks we're on our own, so that makes a big difference too.
Wow.